Hello and welcome to Simple Life Philosophy. I'm your host, Ed Raby, and this is the channel where you follow along on my journey as I try to find a simpler philosophy of life that is easy to understand and execute, that leads me to both peace of mind and being productive. I want to thank everybody for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. As always, you guys are what makes this channel grow. You're the ones that do the thing. Today, this will normally eventually be the spot, probably starting next week, where I will talk more about other philosophies like essentialism, minimalism, pagan philosophy, and any other philosophy that I feel deserves some consideration as part of my simple life philosophy. The center of my stuff is Stoicism, so that gets handled on Sunday, but all the other philosophies that I kind of engage and deal with, I'll do here. But today, I want to wish my country a 247th birthday here on July 4th. Um, and July 4th, 1776, due to a clerical error and a few other things, instead of July 2nd being known as the Independence Day, like many of the founding fathers thought, it wasn't distributed until July 4th. And on that day, independence is now considered to have formally declared. Now, our founding fathers weren't perfect. They certainly had their gripes, but as somebody who studies political science, when you look at their political science in the raw, it was pretty damn good. And they had a lot of very noble, wonderful ideas. Were their desires for independence completely altruistic? No. A lot of them had very selfish motives, including the expansion westward. There were some other things, keeping slaves, things like that. At the same time, they planted some seeds that ended up being the death nail of all that stuff. Because the idea of liberty, the idea of treating every human being as an equal and giving everybody a voice was in those ideas eventually that would form the Constitution of the United States, but that's many years later. Today is not about the Constitution or the government they formed. July 4th was about the day they said, sorry, British Empire, we don't want to be a part of you anymore. We want to go our own direction, and we're going to go our own direction. Um, I think in one of the National Treasure movies, Nicolas Cage's character says, here's to treason. And that's exactly what it was. It was treason. And in the end, it was treason that pulled off. Had they failed, they would be remembered as a failed revolutionary attempt, and they would have all hung for their treachery. Um, but they won the war, and they didn't hang. So here they are. Here's to treason. Um, you know, as I look back at it, people ask me, how patriotic I am, and I honor a lot of things. I talked about it on Father's Day. My dad was in the military. My adoptive grandfather, was in the military. The guy who adopted my father. Um, Both of them served their country. I chose not to, and my own two sons and my daughter have chosen not to as well. It's not that it's not part of family history. It's just not a consistent part. On my mom's side of the family, most of them chose to be farmers and support the war efforts that came up, but not necessarily get directly involved. So I honor those people. If I'm patriotic about anything, it's about being independent. Part of uh, my motto as a pagan philosophy is the idea of self reliance and being independent. And so I can definitely extol the virtue of independence that they were striving for, and the virtues of liberty, the virtues of freedom, the virtues of honor and fidelity that they would eventually plant the seeds of. It's not perfect. No founding of any nation is ever perfect. But it was better and very unique compared to all the other nations around the world at the time and still to this day. And so, in a few years, we're going to be, what is it, the semi quincentennial. That's 250 years. I'll be very interested 3 years from now to do that video if I'm still YouTubing, which I hope I am, because I'm going to probably reminisce about the fact that when I was 7 years old, I was at the bicentennial. I don't know if I'll make the tricentennial. That might take a little work and make me very, very old, but hitting two of the big milestones might be pretty cool. But today I just want to wish everybody, if you're an American and you love your country and you love the way we do things, which I do, um, happy birthday. We're 247 years old. It's been 247 years since we told the British Empire to go away, and we're going to go out on our own. And as it turned out, we may have struggled at first. We may have had our disagreements with several people, including the former crown. But in the end, I think my country has been a large force for good. You know, we came to the rescue in World War I and II. We've helped people around the world. We've done a lot of things where we have sacrificed blood and sweat in the name of liberty. And that idea of liberty is something I can be patriotic about. And I can definitely say happy birthday, United States of America, and many more. Well, this has been Simple Life Philosophy, and I've been your host, Ed Raby, just wishing you a happy 4th of July if you're an American. For the rest of you, enjoy the holiday as well. We like to shoot off fireworks and kick up the barbecue grill and enjoy our freedoms. For those of you in the United Kingdom, I would offer my apologies, but they wouldn't be heartfelt. I think they did a good thing when they declared independence, and the end of the British Empire is a bittersweet thing, because they did a lot of good too. But I think this kind of marked the beginning of the end, and from then on it became a struggle to hold the empire together, and it was because its own citizens left. So have a good day, guys. Enjoy your 4th, and stay safe. And I hope to see you next time here on Simple Life Philosophy. You have a great day.